Hi everyone, we are in the last week of this year. You all might be in vacation and festive mood, but in the middle of all this, we are here to serve you a platter of personal finance news on Money Time. So let's begin today with the news on milk prices. Mother Dairy will hike milk prices by 2 rupees per litre in Delhi NCR market with effect from Tuesday. Citing rise in input cost is the reason. This is the fifth round of hike in milk prices this year by Mother Dairy. Mother Dairy has increased the prices of full cream milk by 2 rupees to 66 rupees per litre, while toned milk rate has been revised to 53 rupees per litre from 51 rupees per litre. Double toned milk rate has been increased to 47 rupees per litre from 45 rupees per litre. The only saving grace is that it has not increased the prices of cow milk and token milk variants. From milk, let's move to travel. As the year is ending, everyone is looking to enjoy their holidays. This means higher demand for air ticket, which in turn means higher airfares. So, as per various travelling sites, this year airfare in December's last week have even doubled. It was reported in a business daily that as per Is My Trip, airfares have increased by an average of 30 to 40% in December. For popular routes like Delhi Mumbai, Delhi Chennai and Delhi Bengaluru, prices went up in the range of 50 to 60%. And if you are flying Air India this season, then there is some good news for you. The airline has introduced a new scheme which is called Fog Care, which will take care of flight delays and cancellations due to fog. This initiative will begin with flights departing and arriving at Delhi's IGI airport. Customers will be contacted and given a simple option to reschedule or cancel their impacted flights at no additional cost. The passengers on impacted flights can choose to not travel to the airport. This in turn will help them in avoiding inconvenience of long lines. Now let's move to some banking news. RBI has advised all banks to renew their locker agreements with existing locker customers by January 1, but customers will have to give proof of eligibility. Another rule change is that the banks can seek a term deposit from customers for providing a locker, but this rule will not be applicable to the existing customers. And in a case of government action to open the locker, the bank will have to inform the customers by letters and phone or SMS. Banks have also been advised to retain the CCTV footage for 180 days to track any incidents of theft, etc. Major credit card issuers such as SBI Card, ICICI Bank and Axis Bank are expected to go live on RuPay credit card on UPI by March. The move is expected to boost daily transactions values, which at present stand at 50 lakh rupees per day. At present, three public sector lenders, Union Bank of India, Indian Bank and Punjab National Bank are live on this feature along with HDFC Bank. The idea behind this move is to expand the size of merchants that expects the credit card payment. Staying with credit card, the consumer spending on credit cards has fallen for the first time since July, signaling an end to festive season that it began with Onam. There was a 12% sequential fall in credit card spends in November. The average spends were around 14,020 rupees as compared to 16,343 rupees in October. This is shown by the RBI data. In aggregate terms, the credit card spends breached the 1 lakh crore rupee mark for the 9th consecutive month. The per card spend on e-commerce platforms stood at around 8,495 rupees versus 9,473 rupees in October. Next, we have some insight into the insurance sector. Every one of us have been persuaded by the insurance company to buy their products. But when it comes to claims, do you know which is the best insurer? Well, at 96%, LIC had the highest settlement ratio for death claims by value in FY22. This is shown by the IDAS data. LIC paid total 28,408 crore rupees out of the 29,585 crore rupee claims it received. The ratio for the private sector insurers was just over 94%, which paid out 17,409 crore rupees out of the total claim of 18,494 crore rupees claims it received. In the previous year, LIC had a claim settlement ratio of 98.2% as against 94%. LIC turned down just 1.2% of that claims as compared to over 4% for the private sector. Next, as we approach the budget, there is some news on the income tax front. With the direct tax collections surging 26%, the government is set to prune the number of forms available for filing income tax returns. The government may also look at stricter tax deduction norms for e-commerce and online service providers besides online gaming. The government may also look at the long-term capital gains tax, and some tweaking in the new tax regime is also expected next year, as the government wants to make the exemption-free tax regime more attractive to individual income taxpayers. This was also indicated by Vivek Debroy, who is chairman of Economic Advisory Council to Prime Minister. Consumption in India has started declining. IIP for the month of October declined 4%. In rural areas, consumption dropped 3.6% during Q3 2022. As per Nielsen, FMCG sector witnessed volume decline of 0.9% in Q3 2022. Kotak Institutional Equities also stated in their report that through the channel checks, they suggested that a sharp drop in discretionary spending was witnessed. Potential reasons are like slowdown in hiring in organized sector, withdrawing of pent-up demand, and higher inflation among others. India is looking to promote green energy in India. For this, government even wants banks to chip in. Last week, Union Minister Gadkari asked banks to charge lower interest rate on loans taken for purchasing clean energy vehicles like electricity, flex fuels, and hydrogen. Gadkari further stated banks to rate industries as per their performance in last 5 years based on various metrics. We now move on to some news on mergers. Jindal Stainless Steel has gotten a green light from the NCLT to merge with Jindal Stainless Hisar. Now, after the merger, the shareholders approved the scheme with overwhelming majority. Both the companies were demerged back in 2015 as the part of financial and operational restructuring to bring down the cost of borrowing. The merger will be completed by FY23. And from mergers, we move on to acquisition. Advent, which is global private equity investor, is planning to acquire a stake of 51% in Suven Pharmaceuticals from Jasti family. Now, the deal size has not been disclosed. The PE major said this will be followed by with open offer letter to acquire 26% more in Suven. Post this acquisition, Advent is planning to merge with its portfolio company Cohance Life Sciences with Suven to build an end-to-end API player in the pharmaceutical market. And we end today's bulletin with the market news. Equity benchmark indices jumped over 1% on Monday after 4-day losses amid positive global trend. The Sensex rallied 721 points to settle at 60,566.42 points. On similar line, the broader Nifty advanced almost 208 points to end at 18,014.6. Elsewhere in Asia, equity markets in Seoul, Tokyo and Shanghai ended in the green. The US market ended in the positive territory on Friday. International oil benchmark Brent crude climbed 3.60% to USD 83.92 per barrel. And with this, we wrap up the session for today. But if you are looking for more such content, you can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and you can also download our app from the Play Store.